everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and today I want to talk about the top 10 two-player games that have been released in 2023. Now again, these are not only games that are solely two players, these are games that do great or shine at two players, that aren't playable at two players, that are actually really good, and most of these, let me look through, most of these, two is my preferred count to play these at. Because I know it's really hard to find some variability in that two-player game if it's just you and your friend, you and your partner, or whatever, and you try to find a game that plays well at two players. So hopefully, here are 10 of them, 10 new, great two-player games that I like. Okay, so number 10 is, I love the Zombicide system CMON put out, but this is Marvel Zombies. Now, you might say Marvel Zombies plays really well at more players like Zombicide does, things like that, and it does. It plays at 3 or 4. This is probably the one that has the most wiggle room on my list. But I like this at 2 players because you can both play multiple characters. Because when you get too many out there, you start to feel bogged down on you're waiting for everybody else to do their turn, and you have to get that synergy to get someone else to help you, and then you feel like you're taking their move away because they have to help you. But instead, if you are 2 players and you can two-hand, you can have multiple characters on there, then it makes it so much more fun. I really enjoy that. And on top of that, the Zombicide to Marvel Zombies has not only put the Marvel IP in there, they have changed certain things. Like I think they call them heroic traits. They've got different things like that come in there that they have fixed a lot of the problems with Zombicide. Not problems, but they've evolved Zombicide. That this one is one of my preferred ways to go. I could also put, if you don't like the Marvel theme, Zombicide Undead or Alive. That was one that was kind of iffy on whether it's 2022, 2023. But if you don't like the Marvel IP, that's another good one to look at. But this is really good. I think most people don't know that it shines really well at 2 players. Because sometimes at 2 players, you want to play a 2-player game that is big and epic. And those are harder to find because most 2-player games are kind of quicker. But this is a good 2-player game that you can go at. And that is Marvel Zombies. Okay, so my number 9 is tied to one of my top 10 games of all time, but it's a 2-player version of it, and this is Western Legends Showdown. Western Legends Showdown is pretty much just a group of little cards that come in like a button-shy style envelope there, and you can put it in your pocket and play it. And I remember I played this with Alex, and we really enjoyed it. You're going back and forth trying to win different cards in different locations, and we really enjoyed it, and I brought it in, and I brought Chris Yee into it, and at first I could tell he was like, I don't know, Western Legends is a card game, and even he is like, this is really good. I say even he, like, he doesn't like games. Even he likes a game. But no, he likes this game. It's a really enjoyable game, and it literally goes in your pocket. And you can play it on a tray table, on the airplane. You can play it anywhere you want, and it's one that you can just pull out and into the night, play. It's quick to teach. So if there's somebody else, you're waiting for a game night, you're like, hey, let's run through this real quick. Let's try it. It's a lot of fun. And it doesn't really have a Western Legends feel. Obviously, it can't be open world, but it has the same iconography. So I do enjoy it. This is Western Legends Showdown, which is also one of my big surprises from this year. Okay, my number 8 is, I love the minis on this. This is kind of King of Tokyo-esque and Marvel Dice Throne-esque, but this is Battle of Gods. Sounds good, right? Battle of Gods. The minis on this are incredible. All right, they're just great. So they look so good, like almost too good. Like you don't want to put them in the box, you don't put them on the shelf. It's like, wow, those are fantastic. But it has a King of Tokyo feel because it has that Yahtzee mechanic where you're going to roll die and you can re-roll, and you're going for certain combinations. And also Marvel Dice Thrones because you're trying to get those combinations. Maybe you can shoot for the moon and get something big. But it's got that spatial aspect that you are moving around a board. It's not a large board, so the board doesn't overcomplicate it. But you've got a board that you're going to move around, and you can attack or kind of move with other players. And on this board, other players can put out obstacles. They can put firewalls you have to go through. You can have a wolf run out there, or you can also have different areas that you can step to make you roll an extra die. You can teleport. There are things on this board while you're playing that Yahtzee King of Tokyo Marvel Dice Throne style battle, and the fact that it feels really good. It's quick. And this one was, again, a huge surprise for me. I didn't know I'd like it as much as I do, but it's one of those that I've played several times here at the office. We'll just run it back with different people. And every one of those peoples, what? Who am I? People play unique. That's the thing. Everybody plays different, has a different strategy to win. Some can win by just going at you. Other ones can win by getting glory, which glory is pretty much like victory points in King of Tokyo, but they have a different type of track. But anyway, this is really good. Check this out. It looks beautiful. This is Battle of Gods. Okay, so my number 7 favorite game of 2023 at 2 players is you get to land a plane and don't talk to the person next to you. Yeah, doesn't sound fun at all, but this is Sky Team. It's actually really fun, and this one I almost avoided, but Camilla made me play this at a Dice Tower convention. She's like, you gotta try this. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. But it's really good. There's something about rolling those die and trying to match up and trying to get that kind of synergy, I guess, that connection with the other person by pull your landing gear down, change your flight speed, and you're really doing all the things you have to do to land the plane, and you have other air traffic coming in you've got to avoid, because I don't know if you know this, but you're not supposed to hit other planes when you're landing. Found that out in Sky Team. But it's really, really fun. And you've also got coffee. This game, actually, you have coffee breaks. Come on, that's a win. But that is really, really enjoyable in this. So it's a really fun game. And again, it's quick and it's different. The theme is very unique. So I say, check this out. This is Sky Team. Okay, so number 6 is based on a location that everyone is from here at the office except for one of us, and that is Earth. So Earth is one that came out, and I forgot this came out in 2023. This feels like a staple now, by the way, but it is. This Earth you're building, it's tableau building, and there's so much going on in this game. I probably have to talk about it much. Most of you know about Earth. But you build a tableau in front of you. You're trying to get those points by things you put around. And also you're going to plant those. You're going to put the plants out, grow them up. The trees are really great to be able to grow those trees, cap them off. There's a lot that goes into this, but it's very easy to teach. That's what got me about this game. From the recycling the cards and compost, I guess, everything in this kind of flows. This is one that if I'll walk by and I've got to jump into another game and you see the green flag up and somebody needs to learn Earth, I can hop in this and teach it really quick. You kind of just say, here's what you can do. Here's how you activate these different colors. These cards will activate their abilities as you go through. It's really good. And again, this plays well at 2. So it's really back and forth. So this surprised me how well it plays at 2. But this is Earth. Obviously, where I am now. Okay, the number 5 2-player game. Am I on 5? Ooh, I am on 5. Yeah, 2-player game in 2023. Surprised me again. This is Boop. Now, I'm going to say Boop because I think Boop came out last year. But Boop is the Halloween version, but really you can play it at any time. It's the exact same game as Boop, except it has one extra ghost cat, I guess, that you can play with or you don't. But the idea of Boop is you are trying to get 3 adult cats. And the way you do it is you will place a kitten down, and the kitten scares other kittens, and they boop, and they jump away. So they're going to jump away, and then now when you put a kitten next to a big cats don't get scared. They don't jump. So, but if you put a big cat next to a big cat, they go boop. So you're trying to boop them away, trying to get lines of kittens and cats and all this, or you're trying to boop the other cats off the bed. And this is a very cute, charming, endearing game. I really enjoy this. More than I thought I would. And the Halloween version is great. Again, the ghost cat's the only thing that's different. But this is Boop. Okay, my number 4 2-player game is a game from, I think, Fowler. I think that's the name of it. But anyway, it is Run. Run is a hidden movement 2-player game that you are trying to, you're pretty much a fugitive and someone else is trying to catch you. And it is a hidden movement 2-player game that really works and really feels really good. I don't think I could use the word really anymore. Really. But it's really good. I love the whole thing is you're trying to chase a fugitive, and the theme on this is great because you've got all the different spy tools you can find to fly through. And then on the later ones, the later maps, you've got kind of like a zip line that you can go. And the way the level up system on this works is fantastic. So you kind of can, if you're more experienced than somebody else, you could have them leveled up and you're not. And there's a balance that comes with this. It is really enjoyable. And we're going to do a full review here on the channel. We might have by this time you see this, but this is run. So I say, check this out. Don't walk to check it out, run to check it out. See what I did there? Just took the word run and I put it into the joke. It's funny. Okay, so my number 3 two-player game of 2023 is Arnak Missing Expeditions. What? Yeah, that's right. There's a campaign expansion for Arnak, and it really plays at 2. And this one surprised me at how good it is. Because this, again, plays at 2. They don't say around 2, they say 2. 2. You're going to play it at 2. And I like the confidence in that. I mean, I think you do solo, but 2. And then you also you're playing against an AI mechanic over here too. So you have an AI that's kind of, you're going up against. But again, I love Lost Ruins of Arnak. And you can play that at 2, but this is the much more preferred way to play. It also comes with new characters with asymmetric abilities. And you can also use some of your other characters to bring into Arnak and play that way. So there's a lot to go through this, and the campaign isn't that daunting where you can actually finish it. It's one of those campaigns you can actually get done with. It adds a lot of new stuff to Arnak. So that is Arnak Expedition. No, Missing Expeditions. Arnak. I missed the missing part. That's weird. Okay, my number 2 two-player game of 2023 is Match of the Century. This is about pretty much what you're trying to do is you are going back to the final match between Bobby Fischer and then Boris Spassky, so it's like that huge battle. And when I heard that, I'm like, I don't know, it's going to be one of those very odd style of games. But this one I really enjoy because you are playing, it almost has a Watergate feel. As you're trying to play different, you've got the different headlines and things on there, and you're trying to do a tug of war over here, getting the points to go up and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's funny how you're playing. They always use the word you're playing a chess game, and they use that even if you're not playing chess. Like if you're trying to figure out what the other person is going to do, they always say it's like you're playing a chess game with that person. And really, that's what this is. You're going to try to play different cards of different powers to win different areas of the map to move you up and back. And eventually whoever wins is going to move off this other track and you're going to get higher or lower and eventually win the game. So that itself it's a really enjoyable game. This one is Match of the Century. And again, even if you avoided it because you're like, I don't know if I really want to play a game similar to chess. This isn't. Chess is kind of the theme behind it, but the game is totally different. I think you'll really like this one. This is Match of the Century. Okay, so now my number 1 two-player game of all time, of 2023, and we went from Match of the Century, and now we're to Unmatched. See that? That was a great transition. High five. No one's here. But anyway, Unmatched Tales to Amaze. Unmatched Tales to Amaze is Unmatched, and I'm not going to go in much in detail. We have a huge review here on the channel, but Unmatched takes all those Unmatched characters and it makes them into a co-op game. And you can play against all these different things from aliens. It's really great. It brings everything that you have had competitive up until now and brings them into a co-op world. This game was actually my first 10 that I've ever given here at the Dice Tower. And I think this game is virtually perfect. So I really think if you like Unmatched, even if you don't like Unmatched, try this out. The artwork is great. The minis are great. Everything about this is great. This is Unmatched Tales to Amaze. So, okay, those are my top 10 two-player games of 2023. Thanks, guys. Bye.